This is the Chinese cooking channel called Chinese Cooking Channel.
Today, we have a simple recipe for delicious Chinese roast chicken. It's juicy, tender, and succulent. If you like the taste of Chinese barbecue pork, you'll love the taste of this Chinese roast chicken.
You'll impress your friends and family. So let's get started.
For this recipe, you will need 2 tablespoons of any soybean-based sauce, such as bean sauce, hoisin sauce, Chinese barbecue sauce, and other kinds of soybean-based sauce. Here are the other ingredients you will need.
3 tablespoons light soy sauce, which is also known as regular soy sauce. 1 tablespoon dark soy sauce. 1 teaspoon garlic powder. 1 teaspoon salt. I use the natural Himalayan pink rock salt. So this is a natural salt. 1 tablespoon brown sugar. The secret to char siu chicken is this Maltose. So Maltose is almost like a honey, except it's less sweet. It gives a nice shine to the chicken. So I'm going to put a tablespoon of Maltose into a bowl. You can see this Maltose is really stiff. So I'm just going to put it into a bowl here. Boiling water. So I'm just going to mix up the Maltose. So I have a generous tablespoon of Maltose with maybe a quarter cup of water. So that makes it nice and liquidy or runny. So it makes it nice and runny. So I'm going to put this into the sauce. So I have some food color. So traditionally char siu is red, so you can use food color. Try about half teaspoon. See what it looks like. That's not bad. So if you don't put the dark soy sauce, it might look a little brighter. So I'll put some dark soy sauce in there, but you know, that's a nice rich color. So this is the red beet powder. You can put that in too if you like. So you should put a tablespoon in there. Since it got the red color, I'm just gonna put a teaspoon in there. So just put a teaspoon of red beet powder. It's a natural ingredient, so that's gonna give some red color too. Actually, I like using the red beet powder, but I just thought I'd give the red color a try, because I used it before, but I've been using red beet powder for a long time lately. So the chicken is chilled overnight in the fridge. So we're just going to put a couple pieces of ginger into the cavity of the chicken. So here I have a couple of stalks of green onion. So I just cleaned the green onion. I'm going to stick it in the middle of the cavity. I have a tray with some tin foil. This way you don't have to clean up as much. So this is a wire rack. It's got handles on it, so you can pull the chicken out. So when you put it on a rack, the chicken actually gets more even cooking on the bottom. Some people just put it right directly on the tray. So here we're just gonna put some of the marinade on the bottom of the chicken. That's a nice dark red color. That's nice. Just flip it over and marinate the top. So you can actually marinate it for, you know, let it stand for about a couple hours after you put the marinade on. If you don't have time, just put the marinade and you can cook it right away. So now I'm just gonna put the chicken on the rack. You can use a brush too if you like to marinate the chicken. So you keep some of the marinade to baste the chicken halfway through. That's what I like to do. And then some near the last 15 minutes too, if you like. So in the old days, they used this fermented red bean curd. It's called namgui. And that fermented red bean curd actually makes the chicken more red. Also gives it flavor. So the old barbecue places use that. It's called fermented red bean curd, namgui in Chinese. But a lot of places don't use it. So a lot of barbecue places don't use it anymore. It's more expensive to put on the chicken. Sometimes it's really expensive to buy a jar of that fermented red bean curd. So I have some extra sauce. I'm going to stick it inside the cavity here. So that will bring some nice flavor on the bones. So if you want to eat the chicken, get a piece of bone, have lots of nice flavor on it. Just going to give it a quick rub inside. So I'll put about 3 tablespoons, so that should be enough. Put more if you like. So I get this bent skewer. I used it for different things. So it's bent. So it's kind of weird. So just like that, it's going to hold the juices in there. So it'll steam the inside of the cavity of the chicken. So it brings up the flavor inside. Okay, we're ready to put the chicken in the oven now. I preheat the oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. So we're going to let it go at 400 for about 15 minutes, then we'll turn it down to 375. So chicken goes in. So the oven will go for 15 minutes at 400 degrees, then we'll turn it down to 375. Ooh, look at that chicken, look at that chicken. So now I'm just going to put a piece of tin foil on the breast part of the chicken, which is the middle part. So that way the chicken doesn't dry out on the breast part. So just put it like this. Small piece of tin foil. Put a piece of tin foil like this around the middle here, which is the breast meat. So this way you get more even cooking. Some people don't mind the white meat gets a little dry, but I like to keep the white meat moist. Dark meat doesn't usually dry out even if you overcook it. So it's halfway through now. I'm just going to rotate the chicken and marinate the chicken at the same time. You can use a brush, but I like to put generous amount of sauce on the chicken. But you can use a brush too if you like. So I'm going to rotate the chicken and baste the other side. I'm going to rotate the chicken and baste the other side. So I'm going to baste the other side here. So it's looking good, nice color on the chicken. I'm just going to put a thermometer in there just to check the temperature now. So put the thermometer inside the thigh area. So this is where it usually cooks the slowest. So the temperature is about 125 degrees. So we're just going to check the temperature of the breast. The breast is more cooked already, so the breast is at 140 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm going to cover the breast again with the tin foil, because the breast is cooking faster than the thigh. So just cover the middle with the tin foil. So we're going to do the final basting, last 20 minutes. The last 20 minutes for the final basting. Ooh, look at that, look at that. That looks juicy, sticky, tasty. I'm going to put the final basting on it with the honey. So I'm going to add a couple tablespoons of honey to the marinade. So this will be the last basting for the calcium chicken. So still have the color from the marinade. Honey is a little sweeter than the maltose sugar. So this is optional. You want to put the honey in there, but I like a little sweeter at the finish. So this is the final basting. So the chicken should be moist, sticky, tasty, and yummy. Look at that, look at that. So it's been an hour and 15 minutes. Ooh, look at that, look at that. Nice looking chicken right there.
So there you have it, my version of Chinese roast chicken, char siu style. Enjoy.
How you can order the products and ingredients that I use in my cooking videos. Just click the link below in the description for the Chinese cooking accessory guide. You can order everything online, including the wok that I use and some of the equipment that I use. Thanks for checking out my video, and be sure to give me a thumbs up and also subscribe so you can get the next new video. And thanks to my viewers for helping me win the top 20 best Chinese food blogs in the world. And also I was awarded the top 40 China YouTube channels in the world. And also please subscribe, just press the button.